In this video, we are going to talk about the bubble sort. We will discuss the main concept of the bubble sort. So let's get started. So we are going to study the main concept of bubble sort. Simply, let's consider the following unsorted array. This is our array and we have to sort it out using the bubble sort. So one thing you must keep in mind that we are not concerned about the coding of the bubble sort right now, the pseudocode, the algorithm or anything like that. First of all, we need to understand that how actually bubble sort works. What is the main functionality? How it sorts the array. So we are going to compare the consecutive items like that we compare 8 and 5. If they are out of place, we simply swap them. Like 8 is higher than the 5, or 8 is greater than the 5. So we have to swap them. We will swap them. 5 has taken the place of 8 and 8 has taken the place of 5. So the highest number will bubble itself to the right with each iteration like that. 9 was the highest number. With each iteration, 9 will bubble itself to the right. Now you will see it when we will do the whole sorting thing again. So as a sorted partition will form at the end of the array with each iteration. Like that, 5, 8, 9, they are the sorted items and I represented them with green. So it's pretty simple. Let's see how it works. Let's consider this is our array. This is unsorted array. So we will start our comparisons. First of all, I compared 2 and 8. You can say that you can see that they are in place. 2 is smaller and 8 is largest, and largest numbers must be on the right and the smaller number must be on the left. So it's right. We do not need any swapping. Next, we compare 8 and 5. Now 8 and 5 are out of place, right? So what we will do, we will simply swap the 5 with 8 and we will change their places like that. We change the places. 5 took the place of 8. Again, we will compare the next two items, that is 8 and 3. They are again out of place. So we will swap them. 8 is being swapped with 3. Then again, we see 8 and 9. 8 and 9 are at place. That is why we did no swapping. Then we compared 9 and 4. They are out of place, so we swapped them. Again, at last, we compared 9 and 1. Again, they are out of place and we swapped it. And finally, we have 9 at the end of the array, and that is the sorted one. Because 9 is the largest number and it bubbled itself to the end of the array. And now the green portion will represent the sorted terms. So we are done with our first iteration. 9 is now on the correct spot. So let's continue. Now again, we are going to compare 2 and 5. They are in place. 5 and 3, they are not in place. So that is why we will swap them. Then 5 and 8, they are in place. Again, 8 and 4, they are not in place. We will swap them. Then 8 and 1, they are not in place. We swap them. And again, you can see then now 8 is on the right side of the array and it is also a part of sorted partition. So here we are done with our second iteration. Now we will do our third iteration. 2 and 3 again in place. 3 and 5 in the place. 5 and 4 not in the place. That is why we swap them. 4 takes the place of 5. Then 5 and 1, they are again not in place. So again we do the swapping. And here 5, 8 and 9 are the part of sorted partition. So here we are done with our third iteration. Again we do the swapping. 2 and 3 in place. 3 and 4 in place. 4 and 1 they are not in place. That is why we do the swapping. And again our iteration is done. So fourth iteration is done as well. So we will do the fifth iteration. 2 and 3 in place. 3 and 1 not in place. Again the swapping. And you see 3 is the part of sorted array as well. The fifth iteration is done. We are doing a lot of iteration, and just consider if you have a big array, how much iterations you need to perform. Then 2 and 1, obviously they are not in place, so we swap them. and 2 is now the part of the sorted array, and we are only left with the 1, so that is why 1 is also the part of sorted array. And finally we are done, and our array is sorted. So this is how the bubble sort works. I hope you understand the main working of the bubble sort. So here we have the pseudocode in which we just simply use two for loops. And as we use the two for loops, so you can guess from the two for loops or nested for loops that its worst time complexity is O and big O and square. And we will discuss the complexity and calculations of the complexity in next videos, in which we will focus in depth on the code, on the pseudocode, and on the time complexity and all that stuff. But before that, you must understand the main concept, how the bubble sort works. So this video was for this. Thank you very much. Please give your feedback.